Welcome, all you shitheads. I'm Jordan. I am joined by my esteemed colleague, Malcolm, and we are the Critic Corp. Today, we are going to be talking some Hocus Pocus too. And we'd also like to welcome back Malcolm. He has been on a hiatus for the past few weeks. No, he will not be joining us today. He got a little scared of this one and couldn't watch it all the way through. So, yeah, he's not going to be joining us for our Halloween series, which welcome to our first episode of the Halloween series. We're going to be reviewing different kinds of Halloween movies, horror movies throughout the rest of the month. We're getting a late start on it, but we are kicking it off with Hocus Pocus 2. Obviously, this is a sequel to the original that came out. I can't remember when. I'm not an expert on dates, but we are going to give our thoughts and opinions.
Original came out in 1993.
Oh, look at you. Look at Malcolm coming in with the date, saving us already episode 1 back.
That was my baby. That was my baby. I love Hocus Pocus.
Honestly, crazy enough, I did not see Hocus Pocus for the first time until I started dating Emily. And it was like 2-3 years ago that I saw it for the first time. I've watched it a ton since. Love it as a Halloween movie. But we're going to jump into our thoughts right now. I'm going to let Malcolm open up with his thoughts since you're probably tired of my voice already because I've kind of gone on for a bit. So, Malcolm, take it away.
Yeah, I bet they have been tired of it. They ain't seen me in a century, man. Oh, man. Had to go through trials and tributes, but we ain't gonna get through that. We ain't gonna go through that. As far as this movie, Hocus Pocus 2, the sequel was well overdue. It served its justice for sure. It was real good, like whole plot wise. I love how they showed them as little kids and in the village and whatnot. They took a different approach with it, showed how they became, showed the mother witch, showed
I feel
what's his
like
name? Billy the Butcherson.
yeah, they mentioned him. I was like that Leonardo DiCaprio meme.
Yeah, literally. That shit was funny, bro.
I also thought that intro with them as kids also helped build that bondship that they had as sisters, and like that end scene with them kind of hit harder because of how they began this.
Yeah, literally. Like Motherwood said, you're nothing without your coven.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you
Which,
need.
speaking of her, she is the manager from my favorite show right now, Ted Lasso. Well, not the manager, the owner of the team. But once I saw her, I was like, hey, there she is. There she is. And then we got a couple people from Veep, another show that I love. Oh, the cast of this was phenomenal. I thought this movie was hilarious.
Yeah, it was hilarious. They really showed like how things changed over time too. Like they pointed that out. Like they're like when the part when they were like, oh, she must be a strong witch when she went through the Walgreen doors.
Mm-hmm.
And there were just some automatic doors that they didn't even know about. And they were when she had them eating the lotion and all that skincare mess, talking about yes, tons of children in here. Like what? They really been going this long. They don't know the difference between some cream.
Playing off of that, the broom situation, what was the one's name?
Oh yeah, what's her name? Mary
Mary had the
Sanderson.
Roomba.
Yeah, Mary had the broom.
And then Sarah had the Swiffer.
Yeah, Sarah. No, it was Mary. It was Mary who had the Swiffer. Sarah had
Well,
the broom.
Mary had the Roomba she was riding, the two Roombas as skates.
Yeah, no, that was Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said Sarah had the Roomba.
No, Sarah had the Swiffer.
Yeah, Sarah had the Swiffer. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I was about to say, yeah. Yeah, she had Mary had the little fucking those little two little things. All right, bro. Them boys, that shit was funny when they took them and ate the salt, ate the salt up and got them out of the little trap they was in. Bro. I was like, hell no, because I was wondering like how are they about to get out of this. It was so It was so funny. They really, and then when they got in that little contest and started singing,
Oh,
and I
the
met up with those drag
Sanderson
queens.
costume contest.
Yeah, met up with those was against those little drag queens,
Yeah.
posing them and whatnot. He told her to lose teeth.
Oh, that was great. That was great. I thought that Kathy Najimy, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Bette Midler all did a great job coming back into the roles. Like the first scene when they pop up and they're starting to sing, you felt immediately like yeah, these are the Sanderson sisters. It didn't feel like they had spent that much time in between. And not gonna lie, they all look the exact same. They don't look like they aged a fucking day in this movie. They may outside of this, I don't know. I don't keep up with like a bunch of the gossip and stuff or TMZ stuff, but they right into it. It was like, yeah, this is Hocus Pocus 2. These are the Sanderson sisters, and we are right back in it.
Literally, bro, like right where they left off, they didn't lose a heartbeat or nothing, bro. They what was funny though was how Gilbert was just plotting on this whole time. He he
He's
he been
actually
waiting.
one of the actors from Veep. He plays a guy named Richard. But yeah, he was cracking me up throughout this. He's
He's like
realizing like how bad he fucked up.
literally, bro. This man saved the book for all those years. Saved the candle. Plotted on these little poor little girls. Talking about, yeah, it's your birthday here. Like what, bro? For him to be like, oh yeah, I remember you guys. I was there. Like what? Bro. Then they go show him as a little kid. That shit was fun.
Honestly, for this kind of movie, like in a Marvel show or something, like this would have felt like cheap. But with the cheese that comes with a movie like Hocus Pocus, like the cheesier the better almost sometimes.
Yeah.
Like even with Tony Hale as the mayor and the church leader back in the old days.
Hmm.
He's a super cheesy comedian. And all the shows that I've watched between Arrested Development, Veep, just the other things I've seen him pop up in, he was hilarious to me. He was just trying to get that caramel apple so hard
Yeah.
at the very end, and then just gets let down. Comes back to his place, to some witches in his garage, a party. This man just struggled the entire movie.
Literally, bro. And for him to like be like, oh, what is this going on? Like my daughter doing this and all that. He's just so clueless. They're over there trying to kill him. The witches is trying to kill him and take his blood. And he's just trying to get that caramel apple, bro. And it was so funny for Becca. But she's like, she don't even know she's like a witch. And she
Yeah.
can
I
wield
actually
she can wield the book, which was crazy to me. Because I didn't like I
I
wouldn't have
actually
thought that was
liked
gonna be the
that.
outcome.
I
Yeah,
like
yeah, I
them
like
adding that this time. I thought because since they didn't use it in the first one, it kind of is a creative thing and like takes the story in a different direction than the first one because of that. And I also feel like that was a real big plus to this movie is they didn't try and remake the exact same thing as the first time. It was a
yeah.
different problem, different resolution. The characters, like the kids, were completely different than the ones in the original. There was somebody who actually had the knowledge of the stuff that happened in the original, and it was just really creative. And I thought it was a great little family Halloween movie.
Yeah, all around it was like perfect. It wasn't too much, it wasn't too less. The the plot was all there. They like I said, I knew Becca was gonna be something important once they like started showing her like naming all these spells and saying all and doing all this like witchery stuff, all
Mhm.
this mess. I'm like, she's gonna be important key to the movie for sure. Off the rip. I just didn't think she was gonna actually become a witch and take over the whole shebang like that.
Yeah.
But hey, now it's a good witch instead of a bad one. Let's see if she used it for good.
And even there were some points of heart in this movie, like the very last scene when she's talking about it would be nothing without her sisters having all that power. Like you do see the heart and the sisterhood of those of the Sanderson sisters this time. Like, don't get me wrong, they are
Mm,
still the antagonists. They're still technically the villains. But at the same time, you do see the heart, you see the love that these three sisters have. And I thought, like, if this is going to be their last Hocus Pocus, I thought that they ended it great with these three sisters and these three actresses. And I thought it was a very satisfying conclusion.
yeah, honestly, it was it was it was good. It was good, justified. The show was going to happen afterwards. I'm hoping that they don't try and overdo it and make a third one with Becca and Izzy and Casey and all that mess.
Yeah.
Because you see how they were like walking at the end, like
Hmm.
walking like this is Sanderson sisters and stuff.
Yeah. I think they
Being
were just making a joke about it from the Walgreens thing when they're going like this through the aisles.
yeah. But
But
Casey was there though, so I don't know.
oh yeah, that's true. That's true. But honestly, is it going to be one of my top movies of the year? No, obviously not. Do I think this is as good as the first? No, obviously not. But as a sequel that's more than what we're, I think this is the 25th anniversary or something this year. I forget
Like I
exactly.
said, bro, well overdue.
But
Well
whatever it
overdue.
is, I think that it was a solid sequel. I'm just gonna get to my score now. I'm gonna go a solid B minus on this one. I thought that it was really well done, especially for a straight to streaming movie. Like I said, you know what you're getting with Hocus Pocus. This isn't fucking Shakespeare. It's not Marvel. It's not gonna be one of these high end movies or anything. But if you want to get your family together, like there's kids and stuff, and you want to have a nice Halloween movie, I'd highly recommend this one.
Honestly, yeah, I'm going right with you. Solid B. Yeah, obviously, like it wasn't spectacular like this movie, but it was still good. They did their job, got their point across. It wasn't, supposed to be any more descriptive than that. Just showing the sisters and what they've been doing over the years and how that stuff escalated over time, stuff changed, and where they're at mentally and physically as their bond still was strong. It showed how they were as little kids and whatnot. So it was obviously uh, you know, like a good standalone sequel from the original. The original is always gonna be the best though. Ain't nothing better than the original.
Oh,
For
every
sure, for
Halloween you
sure.
have to turn that on a couple times throughout the month.
Most definitely. Most definitely. But yeah,
But
I give it
all right, we got what did I give it, a B minus or a B?
a B minus.
All right, yeah, we got a B minus and a B. Definitely go check this out. It's on Disney Plus. And this is only the first of our Halloween reviews this month. We got plenty coming at you between classics, new, whatever. Honestly, if you have any recommendations for our Halloween series, please drop them below. But what did you think about Hocus Pocus 2? And we will see you later. This has been the Critic Corp.
Support the court.